Pioneers are still scampering for answers to questions resulting from the price crash of the Pi coin. Let's take an in-depth look at Pi on the pre-launch market, IOUs, hype, and the price roller coaster. In this video we will take a look at the following. What is the advantage of IOU listings? What advantage would Pi Network coin benefit from the IOU listings when it transits to open mainnet? Does the trading price on the IOU positively or negatively impact on the real price of Pi when it is launched? How does the recent crash in price of the Pi IOU tokens impact on the project before launch, and what impact will it have after launch? Are exchanges legally allowed to list crypto coins as IOU? How does the current crash in IOU trading price affect the Pi Network ecosystem and the community? It is important that we understand the effect of the crash and what it means to you as a pioneer. Without wasting much time, sit back and relax, and I will see you after the intro. The Pi network has swept the cryptocurrency world by storm, with millions of users mining Pi coins even before its official launch. But there is more to this story than meets the eye. Some cryptocurrency exchanges offer Pi IOUs. Let us examine the realm of pre-launch IOUs and evaluate their impact on Pi network while incorporating a healthy dose of humor and analysis. A prosperity and a trap potential is everything in the world of cryptocurrencies: the ability to innovate, cause disruption, and generate enormous profits. This is particularly valid for projects that are in the pre-launch phase, when rumors and enthusiasm are high. This is where IOU listings come into play, providing an opportunity to get involved early on but carrying some significant risks. We will examine the possible advantages as well as the unstated risks as we dig deeply into the appeal of IOU listings. The benefits of IOU listings: time is of the essence. This more like investing in the promise. Before a project is fully operational, investors can take a chance on it by using IOUs. Before making a sizable financial commitment, you can evaluate the idea, the team, and the overall potential, much like when you get a sneak peek at a new restaurant before it opens. Trading prior to launch establishes a market for the coin. When the coin actually launches, this early activity may spark excitement and interest, increasing liquidity, the ease with which one can buy and sell. Imagine it like constructing a runway for the coin to fly off. The more work done in advance, the more likely it is that the launch will go off without a hitch. IOUs help to highlight the project. A pre-traded coin's announcement spreads quickly, drawing in new users, developers, and business associates. It functions similarly to free advertising, bringing attention to the project and fostering a community of believers ahead of launch day. However, take caution: the dangers of IOU listings. Although there can be an intoxicating excitement surrounding IOUs, it is crucial to be mindful of the potential risks. Initial trading has the potential to rapidly escalate into an intense speculation mania. A bubble that is likely to burst before launch could be created if investors, carried away by the excitement, push the price of the IOU well above its true value. Similar to a house of cards, everything can collapse if the excitement is not supported by solid facts. The actual value of a pre-launch coin is entirely unknown, shrouded in a mystery. There is no proof that the project will even be successful, no proven track record, and no real-world use case. You are essentially taking a chance on the future when you purchase stock in a company that has just one unproven idea. A gray area that can be dangerous for projects and investors alike exists in some nations where clear regulations governing IOUs have not been enacted. The worst-case scenario is that investors would be left holding the bag if regulators decide to outright prohibit IOU trading. The IOU equation: calculating the benefits and risks. Whether or not to purchase IOUs is a personal choice. While there is a genuine chance of suffering sizable losses, there is also the possibility of sizable gains. You can choose wisely and in accordance with your investment objectives and risk tolerance by being aware of the benefits and dangers. Allowing IOU listings is a risky move by the Pi network that could have a big impact on the project's future and offer both possible advantages and disadvantages. Although the Pi core team released a statement that suggests they are not associated with the listings. Let us take a closer look at the potential benefits and drawbacks for Pi network from this pre-launch market exposure. Enhanced visibility. Pi network's visibility is greatly enhanced by the trading of Pi IOUs on exchanges. This pre-launch activity attracts the attention of cryptocurrency enthusiasts and investors, potentially generating interest in the project. This attracts early adopters who believe in Pi network's long-term vision, much like putting the company on a global billboard. Building community. The Pi network community is strengthened by pre-launch trading. Excitement and buzz are generated by investors talking about the project on forums, social media, and exchange platforms. An even more devoted and active user base may result from this early involvement, which fosters a network of believers who are motivated to see Pi succeed. Potential price discovery. Although it is speculative, IOU trading can serve as a barometer for how early investors feel about Pi. Even though there has been some hype surrounding the pre-launch price, it can still provide important information about the possible demand for Pi coins after they are formally introduced and included into the Pi network ecosystem. This information can be used by the Pi network team to further refine their strategy and roadmap. Nonetheless, there may be disadvantages to taking a chance on IOU listings. Bubble burst. A pre-launch price bubble is one of the largest risks. A bubble that is unsustainable could be created if speculative trading pushes the IOU price significantly above its true value. This bubble could burst before launch, which would reduce excitement and hurt the value of the coin itself. Consider the project as a house of cards whose future is uncertain in the event of a sudden crash that undermines investor confidence. IOU prices may not precisely represent the true value of Pi, which raises additional concerns about misleading expectations. Do not forget that the Pi's actual value is determined by how useful it is to the Pi network. Investors who were hoping for a bigger return may become disappointed if the IOU price is much higher than the coin's true value after launch. Pi network's image may suffer as a result of this mismatch between the excitement leading up to launch and the actual results. Managing the IOU gamble in Pi at the crossroads. The decision to allow IOU listings is a calculated risk for Pi network. It carries the risk of a price bubble and misled investor expectations, even though it may also bring advantages like improved visibility and community building. For the Pi coin to launch successfully and have a robust ecosystem, the Pi network team must closely monitor this pre-launch market activity. This might involve maintaining transparency, and managing expectations can be facilitated by having regular conversations with the community regarding the project's progress, the rationale behind IOUs, and any potential risks. The development of Pi should be the primary focus. Investors can be persuaded of Pi's long-term value by presenting real-world use cases, demonstrating progress on the project roadmap, and producing measurable results. By doing these things, Pi network may be able to lessen the risks associated with the IOU wager and take advantage of the pre-launch market activity to help steer the project in the direction of a successful launch and a promising future. The price of the IOU, dispelling the myth with a cloud of speculation instead of a crystal ball. There is no easy way to answer the complicated question of whether the IOU price affects the actual Pi price. The IOU market provides an interesting, but frequently skewed, picture of the Pi coin's actual potential. It functions in an environment of speculation and hype. Let us explore this intriguing, and occasionally annoying, aspect of pre-launch markets in more detail. The psychological pull, how IOUs can modify views. Setting the stage for expectations. The price of the IOU may have a psychological impact on investors, affecting their projections about the value of the real Pi coin. FOMO, or the fear of missing out, can arise if the IOU price trades high, drawing more investors to the market and possibly raising the price even further. As a result, the price becomes inflated despite the coin's inherent value, creating a situation akin to a self-fulfilling prophecy. Conversations and news about the IOU price have the ability to influence investor mood. Bullish predictions and favorable media coverage can add to the hype, but bad news or price declines can cause a panic attack and put pressure on sellers. Due to the erratic nature of this back and forth, it is possible that the IOU price does not accurately reflect the growth or advancement of the Pi network project. Limited correlation, a funhouse mirror of value. But it is important to keep in mind that speculation, rather than the actual utility or demand for the Pi coin, is what drives the IOU market. Prior to launch, the IOU market is undeveloped. To ascertain the true value of Pi, there is currently no functioning product or service and no established ecosystem. Because investors are essentially purchasing into a promise, a possible future, the market is extremely prone to manipulation and hype. Imagine the IOU price as a reflection of a funhouse mirror at a carnival. It may provide a twisted representation of reality by being stretched, compressed, or twisted. Either the IOU price is overpriced because of pure hype, or it is undervalued because investors have not realized all of Pi's potential. In summary, never confuse speculation with reality. The IOU price is not a reliable indicator of the actual Pi coin's value, even though it can indirectly affect investor sentiment and expectations for the latter. The true value of Pi will depend on how useful it is to the Pi network ecosystem, how widely it is adopted, and how well the project succeeds as a whole. Do not let the frequently erratic world of IOU speculation deceive you. To help Pi make wise investment choices, pay close attention to the project's progress, long-term goals, and possible use cases. What does the Pi IOU crash indicate, a future development or just a setback? The Pi network community was rocked by the recent collapse of the Pi IOU price. Was it just a passing blip, a correction in the market, or a sign of more serious problems? Let us investigate the possible reasons behind this price decline and its effects. Let's take a look at potential reasons to what caused the price of the Pi IOU to drop. Market correction. It is possible that the initial excitement around Pi IOUs was exaggerated. The crash might be the consequence of a market correction or natural adjustment given the current state of the cryptocurrency market and the speculative nature of pre-launch projects. Consider it as a hot air balloon losing altitude. In order for it to continue rising, an adjustment may be required. Loss of confidence. The crash might also be a sign that investors are becoming less confident in Pi network. It is possible that some investors lost faith in the project's potential as a result of bad news, development delays, or unclear communication from the Pi network team, which caused them to sell their IOUs and lower the price. Consider the following scenario: a chain reaction of selling pressure starts when one investor loses faith and sells their IOU. This sets off other investors to follow suit. The effect will be a double-sided blade. The crash is probably going to have a mixed bag of effects. Short-term pain is that the crash may have discouraged early investors who purchased Pi IOUs at a higher price. They might feel disappointed and suffer temporary losses. Possibility for new investors, on the other hand, the more affordable entry point might draw in fresh financiers who support Pi network's long-term goals. They may view the crash as an opportunity to buy in, a way to participate in the project at a lower cost. The crucial elements are openness and ongoing improvement. The Pi network team can handle this circumstance by concentrating on transparency. It is essential to have direct and sincere conversations with the community. Investor confidence can be restored by addressing issues, giving updates on development status, and restating the project's goal. Progress is the best way to counteract a price collapse, and that is with continued development. Investors can be persuaded that the project is on the right track and has long-term potential by emphasizing the development of the Pi network ecosystem, presenting practical applications for Pi, and producing measurable results. These actions can help the Pi network team transform the Pi IOU crash into a minor hiccup rather than an indication that the project is failing. IOU listings legal maze, a world of perplexities. The regulatory environment surrounding cryptocurrencies is dynamic and ever-changing. Another layer of confusion is created by the legality of IOU listings, as various nations struggle with how to categorize and govern these pre-launch instruments. Only time will tell how Pi network navigates this pre-launch market. The Pi network team, like a skilled carnival operator, needs to keep the excitement alive while ensuring a safe and enjoyable ride for everyone. With clear communication, continued development, and a focus on building a strong community, the Pi launch could be the grand finale everyone's been waiting for. So, buckle up, Pi enthusiasts. The crypto rollercoaster ride might have its twists and turns, but with a little caution and a lot of excitement, it could lead to a truly rewarding experience. Don't forget to share this video, it might help someone else. Subscribe to my channel and support the channel. Make sure to give a thumbs up. My name is Tony, and this is Basic Knowledge. Until my next video. Keep mining.